The New York Yankees have made a shocking decision ahead of their wildcard matchup versus the Boston Red Sox, as there was a lot of fans considering what the Yankees were going to do in one of the biggest question marks that's been surrounding the playoffs for the last couple of months. And now we see a clear-cut answer to this situation in a route that was definitely always possible, but at this rate, we didn't really expect to see this. And we're going to jump in exactly to what that decision is, how the Yankees came to making it, and multiple other updates surrounding the team as well, including one with the Yankees adding on a new player onto their playoff roster while taking someone off who we did not expect to see get taken off. Let's jump right into it, guys. There is a lot to go over, but real quick, if you're part of that 70% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe for daily Yankees updates. It's now officially postseason baseball, and the Yankees once again are in it. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out in the next couple of days. Obviously, it starts tomorrow, so we don't have that much of a break, and there is going to be a lot to talk about. So make sure to subscribe and you have those post notifications on so you don't miss a single update. But let's jump into it, guys. There's a lot to consider because Aaron Boone, we were waiting to see exactly what the decisions were going to be in regards to the lineups and rotations, because there's a lot of ways the Yankees could go here. Obviously, with Aaron Judge and the elbow situation, it was unclear what exactly was going to happen, but he's certainly going to be in right field while Stanton DHs. Now, as well, Ben Rice is on an absolute heater. But what happens when the Yankees do play against a right-handed pitcher? Is Ben Rice going to stay behind the plate at catcher? Or are they going to move him to first base and have Austin Wells catch and have Paul Goldschmidt sit on the bench those games? There's a lot of different routes the Yankees could be going throughout this playoff time or throughout this wild card and then the playoffs if they continue to get past the Boston Red Sox. So there's a lot to consider here. And the Yankees, there is a lot of just really different routes they could go, and that also is very prominent in the pitching rotation. And we have a huge update regarding that pitching rotation, as it was mentioned by Brian Hoke that Brent Hedrick had a locker in the Yankees clubhouse after yesterday's game. Luis Gil is starting, or was starting, game 62, so he may be off the roster for a wild card series. Now, obviously, that's very, I don't want to say very unsurprising, but it's pretty unsurprising. I mean, when we look at Brent Hedrick and just everything that he's done thus far this season, he hasn't played a whole lot. He's only pitched 23 innings, but he has 30 strikeouts, and he also has a whip of 1.043. So he's not allowing a lot of guys on base, and he's striking a lot of guys out. He's at 3.13 ERA and is a left-handed pitcher, which is a huge part of things here. Because Hedrick, he is a lefty that the Yankees could always use in their bullpen, because outside of Tim Hill, I mean, that's really all you got right now, because, I mean, it's just been a very, very injury-prone season if you're a Yankees pitcher, and it's certainly had its drawbacks. I mean, Ryan Yarbrough's around, but the injury stuff has kind of left a lot of question marks there. So Hedrick comes in and gives the Yankees another left-handed arm, one that has been good in the 17 games that he's appeared in out of the bullpen for the team. Meanwhile, Luis Gil, throughout the season, he had a 3.32 ERA after coming back from the injury and pitching in 11 starts. He had 41 strikeouts in 57 innings pitched and did not have a very good whip, having a 1.404, allowing a lot of guys on base. The Yankees, Luis Gil could have been an easy option to pitch him because of his experience in the playoffs before, but at least right now in the wildcard game, it looks as if Gil will not be pitching, and that does leave a lot of questions towards this team going forwards. Now, we saw Pinstripe Alley sort of mention some stuff here and say that the Yankees have not announced a starter for potential Game 3, but all signs point to Cam Schlittler winning the role ahead of Luis Gil. Prior to Schlittler's MLB debut on July 9th, Yankees pitchers had not thrown a single pitch faster than 98 miles per hour. He brought an immediate octane to the pitching room, averaging 98 miles per hour on his four-seamer and touching triple digits 31 times. Gil may have prior playoff experience, but Schlittler offers a higher floor and ceiling than his rotation mate. And on top of that, Schlittler does pretty much everything better than Gil this season, including a strikeout rate of 27.6% versus 17.3%, and a walk rate of 10.2% versus a 13.8%. Schlittler maintains his fastball velocity through his start, whereas Gil's velocity decreased with each start during this season. What's more is Gil shows an alarming over-reliance on batted balls out, has an inconsistent slider shape, and a pretty spotty changeup command, and all of those free passes lead to elevated pitch counts, abbreviated outings, and a taxed bullpen. So, considering all that, it is likely that we do see Cam Schlittler step in. As Pinstripe Alley mentioned, it likely won't be Will Warren because Schlittler just had a better season than him. And he'd likely be facing Lucas Giolito, who is back after, having a very solid season for the first time since around 2021. So, since 2021 exactly, if we're being real. So, when you consider that, it is going to be an interesting matchup of a guy who's kind of bouncing back and someone who hasn't been here before and has only pitched a couple games in his MLB career. But Schlittler, through the 14 games he's appeared in, has been downright excellent. It was a phenomenal rookie year from him, putting up a 2.96 ERA, going 4-3 and having a 2 WAR after showing up halfway through the season. In 73 innings pitched, he had 84 strikeouts and a whip of 1.219. Schlittler, yeah, he's not proven, but at the end of the day, he's what the Yankees have. They have a great top 2 in Fried and Rodon, but you're going to have to throw someone else in there who you have to be ready for. Might be a little bit shaky. Schlittler's going to be that guy, and he likely is going to be pitching in Game 3, just based off the fact that you don't want to wait on Fried or Rodon because there's no real reason to, and the Yankees also pitched Fried and Rodon the least recently because they knew what was coming. They knew it was very possible these guys were going to have to pitch in the wild card game, so they need to have the most rest ready, and they will. So Max Fried will be the first guy on the board for the Yankees to pitch, with Carlos Rodon following soon after. Now, Schlittler goes up against a veteran in Lucas Giolito, who's had an up-and-down MLB career, but this year was very good at a 10-4 win-loss record, a 3.41 ERA, a whip of 1.290, 121 strikeouts in 145 innings pitched, and a 2.1 WAR. Now, at the end of the day, we look at those numbers, we look at Schlittler's numbers. Schlittler's been the better pitcher, so that's important to note here, because with the Yankees, it's going to be interesting to see how everything goes down, basically because the fact is, I love Max Fried. We all know that I love Max Fried. We all love Max Fried. It's not a hot take saying Gerrit Cole is a better pitcher this year, because he is. He is. Let's be real. He is. Not saying the Yankees are going to lose Game 1. I'm saying that the Yankees are facing the Cy Young in Game 1. And obviously, who do you want pitching against the Cy Young? Likely Max Fried is one of the top 2 choices in the MLB, or at least in the American League, that you're going to pick for this job. Anyone, you pick the NL Cy Young and Paul Skeens, but that's not happening, at least yet. One day. But with Max Fried, he could easily have a better game than Gerrit Cole. It's not impossible whatsoever, and if he does, then things look really well, because Rodon's better than Brian Bayo, and then Schlittler looks better than Lucas Giolito. So the Yankees, they have to pitch their best arms, obviously. They have 3 games. They got to win 2 of them versus the Red Sox. They've been 4-9 against them this year. There's really no margin for error at all. So it's going to be a really, really interesting series to see. Obviously on the hitting front, it's also going to be exciting because, as we know, Giancarlo Stanton makes a living off just the postseason, and also he just loves to beat on the Red Sox. So he might hit a home run every time at bat, and that'll be pretty cool as well. But there's going to be a lot to go over with the Yankees, and we have a ton of videos coming out, so you want to make sure to be subscribed and have those post notifications on. Guys, like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a wonderful day. Wonderful day. That wasn't clear. Thank you so much for watching. Go Yankees.